What's up, guys? Happy March. A happy March indeed it is. After seeing Bitcoin bottom out around 34K, after some sideways trading into the end of February, we saw something very, very spicy last night. With hours left in February's candle, we got an explosive rally. That's right. The bears getting slapped around a little bit here. I was live on Around the Blockchain on BitBoy's channel when we saw a $2,000 move. Literally live, $2,000 move. I was speechless in 3 minutes. It's funny how price moving down, moving sideways for months on months can get us so one-minded. It felt like a move like this would be almost impossible. We are now looking from bottom to top at a $10,600 move since February 24th. Extremely spicy. Extremely spicy. The thought in everyone's mind definitely today is going to be, are we in a bull run? Is this the end? Is the pain over? Well, I'd love to lie to you. Maybe I will to make you feel better. I doubt the pain is over, but things are looking better. Things are looking really, really so much better than they did previously. We were speculating about this, basically a lengthening cycle, or maybe the cycles are out the window, and I've been saying since 2022 started, I'm going to wait, I'm going to keep my eyes on the chart, and come March, by the end of March, if we haven't seen any real upside action, things are different, and we're going to have to reassess. And Bitcoin not disappointing here. Not disappointing. Into the end of February, we got an extraordinary close, and we're going to take a look at it right meow. So let's pull it up on the monthly. Welcome back, guys. Don't forget, smash the like button for the new stream. We got 36 likes. Let's hit 420 again today. We hit it yesterday. We can hit it again today. There's more spice. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Get into the Crown fam before we hit 100K. We're going to race Bitcoin to 100K. My money's on us. We'll see what happens. Jump in the Discord. Best way to keep up with the live stream. Educational content. We're going to do live airdrops after the stream as we do every stream. All you have to do is be in Discord and you'll get a piece of that airdrop. Really quick, check out the Patreon. That's right. It is the first of the month. Today is the best day to sign up. We are offering one-on-one mentoring again. I've opened up some slots with myself and some slots with some schooled colleagues of mine. If you're looking for one-on-one mentoring in your crypto journey, it's going to be a great time. Last but not least, and we'll get into the chart, Bitcoin 2020. Join me in Miami. That's right, April 6th through 9th. We're going to have a blast. Promo code CROWN for 10% off. Grab your tickets. I don't care if you use the promo code or not, but grab your tickets. I'll see you guys there. It's going to be a great time. So let's get into the chart. Beautiful. Beautiful. I was pointing this out yesterday on BitBoy's show. We spent all of February in a depressed, painful state. It felt hopeless, right? We had 3 red candles on the monthly preceding February. Most of February hung out in red status, and literally into the last day, we saw a rally change the whole chart. Now, I would have loved to see February close around 46.1. That bullish engulfing on the monthly would have been ideal, but let's not get greedy. We got a green monthly. We were speculating maybe we're going to see some kind of doji reversal. I hate to say it, but that's not a doji. That body is larger than the wicks, and so not quite as correlated to that speculative candle close we were looking for, but I can't complain. Closing green is great, baby. That's right. If we're going to start an uptrend, we're going to have to see candles like this close. We got one. So let's LFG. Well, LFG fam. March trading green so far in the, 12 hours it's existed. We see February closed at 43,192. Currently trading at 43.6. It has very briefly traded below there. But now we're back up. Let's hold this trend. The quarterly is going to come to a close at the end of March. People probably aren't paying attention to it yet, but they certainly will be on crypto Twitter, probably here on YouTube as well. It's over 9,000. Now that's some hype. Welcome to the Patreon, my friend. Welcome. Why does it didn't tell me who it was? Son of a bee. Why? I want to call you out. In Kim, welcome to the club, my friend. Great to have you. There's going to be some issues at the first of the month with patrons setting up roles and such. I'll take care of it after the live. For some reason, my feed is not working, so I can't really even see. That's okay. We'll keep moving. As I was saying, the quarterly. You're going to hear people all of a sudden start talking about this as this month progresses through. We have been keeping an eye on this every step of the way because that's what we do here. We have 2 levels of importance here on the quarterly. So with this month to go, we see the same 46.2 that I was just talking about. That would have been beautiful for February to close, sitting above us as resistance. A close in March above 46.2 is going to be an explosive bullish signal for this market. It's absolutely going to set this chart up for 58.8, if not higher. I would love to see that. Set your alerts for 46.2. Any trading above there is going to be a very nice sign, and we're going to be looking for 58.8 or higher. There we go. In Kim. Man, we got a bunch of new patrons. Right on. We'll play them as it goes on. So this is what we're looking at. This isn't so scary now. This looked really, really bad at the depths of this year, down here in the 30s. But now, as we're settling higher with the market, we're seeing bullish demand come in. This isn't looking so bad. In fact, it's looking pretty solid. Looking very solid. We're going to leave those lines there. Let's go back to the monthly really quickly, and then we're going to zoom in. This is how you should start, certainly every month, if not every day. Zooming out, getting a big picture. RSI telling a bullish story here. January, we saw a low swing in RSI down to the 53 range. Price pulled down to the 30K area. But what we see is a divergence. We see price and RSI not acting the same. June 2021, RSI had a higher swing low, and price went lower. Now, in this year, we see price higher, RSI lower. That is a bullish divergence on the monthly time frame. This is not something to dismiss lightly. This is very powerful if it plays out. We see RSI lows coming down here. We did this yesterday, but we're going to do it again. And price lows coming up. This is a beautiful combination. Beautiful combination. I don't hear people talking about it. And again, likely to be one of those things that we hear maybe in a week or two as all the other analysts catch on to the Tom Crown trading edges. They try. They do their best. They do their best. The weekly time frame signaled this bullish divergence as well. We caught this a little earlier, and it's playing out. A stream or two ago, we actually were looking at literally this, saying we have a swing low, we have a higher high, now we have a higher low. The signal right here at this white arrow, and that's what we got. Boom. Boom. Boom, baby. That's good stuff. That's spicy stuff. Our momentum on MACD for the weekly continues to roll over, despite last week's but not really impressive close. That 24 hours before the monthly was wild. But we see momentum continue to wane off. This is very similar to what happened at the depths of the swing low last year in 2021. The weekly began signaling this bearish sell pressure isn't keeping up. It's running out of steam. We're having that same signal here on the weekly. And you guys saw the candle yesterday. That's what happens. We haven't seen a real retracement throughout any of this price action. From November's high all the way to January's low, we saw very little retracements here. We had a little bounce in December, and that's basically it. As a chartist, that's not enough. It's not enough. If the market wants to explore lower lows, it has to, and of course, I use that term not literally. Markets don't have to do anything. But from our observations in markets, it needs to bounce. It needs to stop out short positions, bait in long positions for the liquidity to the downside. Without it, bears are going to find a very illiquid downside comparatively. They won't be able to fill their positions. Won't be able to push price down efficiently. That's really what it comes down to. The prices, markets and price are always seeking liquidity, yes, but they're seeking efficiency. Without sufficient liquidity, you can't have efficiency. We won't get stuck on that topic today. Same targets, nothing's changed. 52K, that's where things get a little real. That's where things get a little scary. This price value, not really found on the monthly or quarterly. We can see it back here in September as a swing high, and again in December as a swing high. But this is the price I'm going to be looking for. 52,000 is my new 48.8. If you guys are Tom Crown fans and you were here last year through the 3 months of crap, we were pretty much the only people looking for 48.8. Everyone else was saying we're going lower, bull runs over, blah, blah. 52K is my new 41.8. Same logic being applied here. We didn't have enough of a bounce. We need a retracement. Shorts, if they want to push price lower, need the liquidity. And so I think that liquidity can be found at around 52K. That's the golden pocket retrace of our 69K high to 33K low. And that was true. We'll do it again. Just, I know there's new eyes here, as there always are. Same logic. Same logic here. Right here. Price did not have a proper bounce, did not allow for liquidity to be piled up, and we were looking for a move to 48K. That played out better than expected with a new all-time high in November, but this is the same logic. There's nothing different here. I very well may look to take a short again at 52. Maybe just maybe at 48.8 again, just to really stick it to the bears and to let them know who's a better trader. But we'll put the ego aside for now. We'll put the ego aside for now. An area of concern for me is this bounce was beautiful. It was powerful. It caught everyone off guard, I want to say. Maybe not everyone. But it has not reclaimed what I would consider the super critical price points on the chart. Yes, 42K was huge, very important. But we can see the 50 and 20 daily moving averages above price still. 50 sitting at 47,000 and the 20 at 49,000. There's a big area of resistance here, and this is my speculation. This is where that liquidity is lying. Right here. For market makers, if they want to push the price down farther, they're going to need to really scoop up the liquidity here from the 47 to 52 range. And so it's not all hunky-dory yet. Yes, price can rocket through. Absolutely, could rocket through those areas. I don't think that's really super likely, though when the bulls get angry on Bitcoin, it seems to not matter at all really how much resistance is anywhere. So this is what I'm looking for in play. This is likely going to play out more like this with peaks and troughs on its way up. But this is the area that really matters. If you guys were back here at 48, I kept saying, I'm not scared at 30. I'm scared at 48 because that is where things can really hit the fan. If price rejects from the 20 weekly moving average, historically we do enter a bear market. That hasn't happened yet on this chart. We aren't above the 20, but we haven't rejected from it. This price action back here in December fell through it and really didn't manage to come back up and test it. So that's a big bullish argument for me, that, or at least anti-bear argument for me. We need to see that test. So where are we today? Very spicy spot, very spicy. Zoomed into the daily, that rally continuing into March 1st, we have touched the 100 daily moving average, the 200 daily sitting above us in our resistance zone. As we go through the charts, you're going to find that everything points to here. Everything. Just the whole chart is positioned to make a move into this 52,000 territory. What happens there, I don't know. But 200 daily sitting right there has really not been touched since 2021. That would be a logical move. We're finding a little bit of resistance at the 100 daily right now, today. That's where the rally extended to, just under 45 or just about 45K before some kind of sellers came into the market. But what really grabs my eye is actually neither of those. It's the 20 and 50 below us. Both of these moving averages are significant trend setters, and they're hovering at where basically we would expect to find daily support. The consolidation we saw in February here with our swing high, this would be pretty rational. I actually don't think that we're going to see a clean back test off of this, though. If we do see selling and price below 43, 40,000, 40,500, this is definitely the area I would look. A back test off of the 20 and 50, especially as they're in this kind of two-prong state, would be a powerful spot to bounce. Would be a very powerful spot to bounce. Let's see. Let's see what the indicators are saying on the daily. Maybe we do. Maybe we will see that. VWAP rocketing up still, not really showing signs of weakness on our market cipher. But still a little uncontested. We can see on the daily we're having trouble keeping momentum positive. We had 1, 2 breaks to positive momentum here on our blue bands, but they were very much sold off. They did not sustain. So what we want to see is on the daily this momentum move up, and we want to see it remain above 0. That's going to be a very powerful bullish signal to the market that the trend is in fact moving back up. February 10th swing high at 45.9, still not broken. So this is why I've been saying we're not quite out of the woods here. Things are looking a lot better, but there's still quite a bit to get past. Quite a bit to get past. We need to break February's high. We need a higher high. Once we have a higher high, then we have 2 very important macro things. We have a low and a higher low. We have a high, now we need a higher high. This is going to be the potential uptrend. Until that's broken, we really are still in what looks like potentially, let's call it maybe a symmetrical or bear flag. Doesn't really matter. Let's do it like this. Just make it easy. Until we make a higher high, we're still in some kind of flag formation. These typically don't lean bullish. However, it's hard to really bet on continued downside. Now, it doesn't mean price can't range really all the way down to 33 again. But what it means is another leg down is very unlikely, or I think, at least in my opinion, a bad bet without that move back up into the 52,000 area. Does this look? It really doesn't look similar anymore to March or to April, May, June of last year. It was looking very similar before. No, it's not. Let's see. Higher low. No. Yeah, it's kind of broken the pattern. What actually is catching my eye is this. So if we look at this high here in October and November, we had a high and a higher high. Both were all-time highs. Very exciting. This actually, to me, looks the most like this. We were speculating maybe it would end up looking like last year's kind of swing low at the same price, but I don't see it anymore. It doesn't really look reflective. So I'm going to flip this chart for you. And there it is. To me, that looks very similar to the 69-ish thousand peaks we saw in October, November. This chart, if you didn't know it was inverted, would be an extremely bearish chart. Extremely bearish. We had weakness up here before price fell. A little retracement, nice and healthy. We had a lower high again. A lower low, we broke through the previous low there. Failed to set a higher high with a large wick. I mean, it's weird to me that people can remain permanently bearish on Bitcoin. They're looking for patterns like this on highs, and then on the lows, they just simply ignore them. This is extremely bearish looking, and of course, anything that looks bearish on an inverted chart is suggesting actually upside. I think that this is the best fit. We have kind of the two-prong wick, and we're going to need to see follow through to really complete that pattern. Momentum is up on MACD. RSI is actually pretty interesting here. What I like about this rally is despite it being one of the most powerful upside moves we've seen in years, RSI is not overextended. We don't have a higher high in price, and we don't have a higher high on our RSI. That isn't divergence. RSI and price are acting the same. That's actually a good thing, even though no divergence is by definition neutral. It's a good thing because very commonly, over the last 2 years, we've seen RSI extend up higher than price and diverge and form bearish divergence. So for price to be just below its previous swing high and RSI be lower, to me, that sets it up for further upside. That can be interpreted as a bullish signal. And we can maybe draw like a little janky trend line here and say maybe we've broken, maybe we've broken a descending RSI trend. Possibly. You can see as soon as it did, it got a little limp. That's pretty typical. That might be suggesting a slight pullback. Wouldn't be crazy. Wouldn't be something crazy. Let's zoom her into, let's do the 12. This candle, man, I just love looking at it. It's just a beautiful candle. Something I don't love here on the 12-hour, though, is this large-bodied green is followed by two, at least at the moment, smaller-bodied greens, and that can suggest, absolutely can suggest, momentum slowing down. It would be hard to one-up yesterday's momentum, but it would have been a welcomed sight. At the moment, my forecast for today is going to be pretty boring. I would love to be wrong. Prove me wrong. Go ahead, market. Tell me I'm wrong and send it. But typically after these large daily moves, if we look back, we can see pretty similar to February 4th. We tend to get what I call an indecision candle. Sideways trading really allows the market to readjust, reposition, keeps the FOMOers out. People who opened new longs on the way up, these sideways consolidation days typically have them fold. I hope I'm wrong. It'd be great if we didn't. But we see that really commonly, even to the downside. If we look at it in the other direction, we had, say, December 4th, this large red, followed by another indecision candle. Here's another example, November 8th, indecision candle. They're pretty much everywhere. If you open the chart on the daily, you'll find them. So, not expecting a ton here today. I would love to be wrong. But that certainly doesn't mean it can't continue this rally tomorrow, perhaps into later in the week. Let's take a look at the 12 RSI. No bearish divergence there. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. I'm liking it. We have our swing high here and our highest point in RSI. Excellent. We had a lower high in RSI. We fell down. RSI fell down. And now we are right here. And we don't see RSI overextended. That's a great setup. Very uncommon over the last few years. I will say it was almost guaranteed you'd get bearish divergence on your highs all the way through 2021. It happened over and over and over again. And to see us not really be in or under threat of that is an excellent sign. 12-hour MACD momentum is up, showing no signs of chill. I like it. I like it. I like it. We see our histogram here has exceeded its previous swing high, and in fact, we have to go all the way back to October 21 to see a higher swing high in our histogram. Histogram is showing us momentum. Momentum. When it's above zero, that momentum is positive. When it's below zero, it is negative or bearish. These light candles indicate increasing momentum. The darkened candles here in the red and the blue indicate waning momentum. And what we're looking for on momentum is continued acceleration. We want to see momentum continue to pick up, continue to accelerate, and that's how we establish a trend. So the 12-hour, as we could have guessed, sitting at the 200 on the 12-hour because that is the 100 on the daily. Same thing. Finding sellers, but that selling pressure, not so huge. Not really that awful. The candle is still green. There's plenty of time left in this trading period. Doesn't look like a harsh rejection at the moment. It does not. I think the 6-hour, Greg Zill was pointing out to me yesterday. We'll take a look at the 6-hour. Really similar. Very similar price action. We see higher highs in RSI, higher highs in price. This is a clean uptrend. 1, 2, 3 impulse waves, and we see our selling waves getting weaker as that is pulled up. Market Cipher finally showing a little strength now that we're on the 6th. We see momentum was positive very briefly, got pulled down to zero before bouncing back up. That's what we want to see continue. We were talking about this yesterday. We want to see momentum remain positive, not move into negative, and if it does, have very, very brief trips, and thankfully that's what we're seeing. Let's take a look at Ichi. I haven't looked at Ichimoku Cloud in a bit because price has been so below most of the clouds. Yeah, twist there, that's boring. Yeah, Ichimoku Cloud here is suggesting that same support level. Not really surprising. The cloud is twisted, saying the winds of change may be upon us. I love Ichimoku. Let's get on the daily. Back above the daily cloud for the first time. Wow, that's big. That's big business. That's big business. Okay. We fell below the daily cloud in November last year. We have not traded above the daily Ichimoku cloud until yesterday. Yesterday's rally pretty much left us directly on top. That's at 42.6 right now. Today's candle has not traded back into the cloud at all. I like that. 42.5, we have a flat cloud there. We could test that as support. We could, before moving higher. We have a twist, another twist, and a retwist. So that's some tricky Ichimoku cloud on the daily. Here's what's amazing though. Here's a little trading edge that you're probably not going to find anywhere else. So listen in. Also hit the like and subscribe for the secret trading maneuver techniques. I'm going to get a clean chart here because it's getting a little busy. There we go. Getting a little busy. Here's the secret sauce for today, everyone. We have a spicy setup. Down here, we can see a cross below the clouds. That was actually a very bearish signal. Very bearish. Cross below the clouds. Strongest bearish signal Ichimoku cloud's capable of producing on the daily. But our low was bought up. Here is the secret sauce. Our Kaijun line is trading sideways. And we can see our Tenkin, our green line here, it's hard to see in the cloud, is trending up towards the Kaijun. They are looking to cross up. So that would be the opposite signal we saw back here. And if price remains above the cloud, this will be a cross above the clouds. That would be the strongest bullish signal Ichimoku cloud is capable of producing. And it seems imminent. This could happen tomorrow, judging by the condition of these two lines, these TK and KJs. That could happen tomorrow. Let's see the last time we got a cross above the cloud on the daily. In the cloud, October 3rd. So this is, right here is an example. But this is not as strong of a signal. Price was in the cloud at the cross. We want price above the cloud as they cross. So this was the weak version of what we're potentially about to see. We did not get one back here. We did not get one at all back there. Price cross in the cloud. It's going to be a while. The last time we got this cross, back here in April, March, February, during the very defined, very clear bull run. So will this signal a new bull run? It's possible. It's not a guarantee. But it is possible, and it is a very strong piece of evidence that we can use in our analysis. Dang, nobody's looking at that. No one has looked at that, I bet. There's your trading edge. That's what we do. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's put a line here, though. I love it. I love it. Actually, let's see the weekly. Is the weekly doing anything? Oh, wow. That's a spicy. So I don't love that we have a cross on the weekly. That is not great, but that may just be kind of retroactively signaling this sideways period we had for about a year. What I like here, though, is one, price really did remain in the cloud. Really did remain in the cloud. It traded below. It even closed below the cloud one time before being bought up to the top. Found support at the bottom, moved back up. So we're actually in a pretty tight range here. The weekly suggesting 37.4 up to about where we are right now, 43.7. And do we have the same conditions? No. We don't have the same clean setup because we can see... Let's move this forward. We can see... Actually, I'll even hide the candles here because that'll make it a lot clearer. There we go. We can see our TK is actually trending down. That's the opposite of what's going on in the daily. The Kaijun is flat, exactly like the daily, but the TK is not. It's trending down. So this isn't the exact same setup, but you can see if that Kaijun continues trending sideways and the TK then does begin moving up, it will set us up for that same cross. That cross in the weekly did fade us a bit. I won't lie. It did fade us a bit in October last year. This was my go signal that was stomped. But to get that signal again would be very confidence building. So I'm definitely watching that weekly. What that's going to take, you'll never guess. A trade above 51,000. Price is going to have to move and I believe close above 51,000 on the weekly time frame in order to even begin thinking about this cross. 51,000 going back to the beginning of the episode. Smack dab in the middle of our liquidity to the upside range. As I said, the more we go into this chart, the more you're going to think you're nuts thinking about 48 to 52,000. The entire chart is looking for 48 to 52,000. It's obnoxious. It's obnoxious. All right, let's get into like the 4 hour. Let's get the Ichi off though. RSI topped and just heavy. 4 hour maybe looking to roll over a bit here. That wouldn't be crazy. We did have a very explosive move to the upside. Our golden pocket retrace of that move. So from February 27th to today at 44,993, our golden pocket retrace right here. 39,850. So I don't know if you guys have been adding these all up in your head. That's what I've been doing. We see a very strong confidence of support. From 30... Yeah, no, it's from 40,000 to 40,500, basically. That makes sense looking back at the chart. Let's dab it there. This was an area we found support before breaking under. Found support again, broke down. Found resistance, and now we broke it. So to come back, test that as support, not crazy. That lines up pretty healthily with most of the analysis we've seen so far. So let's draw these out. There we go. Strong zone of support there from just about 40 to 45. Strong area of resistance from 48 to 52. And so now we have a pretty clean trading channel. It would not surprise me to see price move through both of these. Could go the other way. Both of those scenarios line up really with what the chart is already doing. These are the major areas we're looking. If price loses 40K, things look pretty bad. Not the end of the world, but pretty bad. If price escapes 52K, things are looking very good. Very, very good. There we go. There's your chart mapped out. You have a very tight range, maybe scalpers could look to take advantage of. We have a wider or broader defined range that maybe swing traders could look to take advantage of. And then we have our macro levels. A chart for all trading styles. Very cool. Let's zoom in. On the hour. On the hour. Ooh, look at that spices. Actually, that happened afterwards, so that doesn't count. Huh. We see our beginning retracement level, something we were talking about yesterday. Our 236 is at 42.9, so I'll call it 43. A break of 42.3 after the swing high. Likely to send price down into that support zone around 40,500, but it has not happened. Has not happened yet, so this chart technically is still trending to the upside. It's technically still trending up. I don't love this though. This is a very sharp high. Sharp high. Basically, price rallies and gets sold back off. The only saving grace here is it has not set a lower low. So I think it is pretty safe to say it is still trending up. We can reevaluate that at 42.9, whatever. We can reevaluate. I do see some kind of pattern here that is very strange. Don't love it. We kind of see a flat bottom. That flat bottom right around that retrace level. Our highs extending.
Something really noteworthy. Compare BTC, RUB on Binance, and BTC, RUB on the second exchange.
The second exchange. Well, we definitely, I kind of forgot about it. I have it pulled up here. It's on the thumbnail. That's on the thumbnail, literally. The BTC RUB. This was one of our secret trading sauces. It gave us the go signal before USD. What's the second exchange? Let's find out. BTC rubles. I just like saying rubles, man. Rubles. I guess on currency.com? Oh, Rico. Oh, my man. Thank you for the 10. Yeah, I think that's safe to say I didn't expect this. So is it trading at an all-time high on whatever this is? Yes, it is. There we go. Answer confirmed. We have an answer. We have a new all-time high today. I don't know why why currency.com is so deviated from Binance. I trust Binance more than currency.com. I can't even say currency without saying cryptocurrency anymore. That's funny. That's funny. New all-time high. All right, never mind. Change the title, change the thumbnail. Let's get the clickbait. Bitcoin's at a new all-time high against the ruble, according to currency.com. It has traded past 5 million rubles. So if you have one Bitcoin, you're actually a 5 million ruble heir. Congrats, you've made it. Tell your mom. Tell your mom. But look at this upside. Look at this explosive action. This is possible on BTC USD. I'm not ever going to make promises about price like that, but this is possible. Just 2-3 days ago, I bet no one in the space would say that that's possible. Yes, this is the ruble's crashing, blah, blah, blah. There's reasons why this is a little different, but this is Bitcoin. It has made moves like this before. We have almost forgotten about them because of all the pain this trading has put us through. Look back September, October, November, into January 2021. We got those explosive upside moves, not quite as much into May of 2021, April, but these exist. And the market, it has done everything it needs to do to get us complacent, to get us to think that doesn't happen anymore. Bitcoin doesn't do that anymore. Well, there it is. Literally, it does happen. It's right in front of you. Ruble went 31% yesterday and 15% today. Wow. Let's do some TA on the ruble. I don't care if you guys don't care about the ruble. I want to see where we're aiming. Oh, yeah. Looking for 7.2 million rubles. And our measured move, almost 10 million. 9.16 million rubles. This is looking good. Question is, will the ruble's decline in value outpace Bitcoin's increase in value? And I would say no, actually. I would say no, because we're looking for a double on Bitcoin. Are we looking for the ruble to drop 50% more? I believe it's already dropped more than 50. I don't feel like pulling up the ruble. I hate Forex, it's boring. I think that this is fundamentally attributed to the macroeconomic conditions. We've been saying it here. As unfortunate as it is, what's going on in the world, and I no way am happy or wish anything like this. Words are hard on this topic. I wish it wasn't so, but this is fundamentally the most macro bullish environment for cryptocurrency that has ever existed in its lifetime right now today. And if anyone wants to argue that with me, consult this chart. You can't argue that. If you want to say that's wrong, you're wrong. Look at the country that is having financial, economic sanctions on it. Look at its currency against Bitcoin and then stop arguing. Boom. New all-time high. That's wild, man. It's interesting to me that Binance hasn't, because I do, again, trust Binance more than I do currency.com for whatever. Like, is that even an exchange? Or are they just like making up a price? I don't know. But what we might suggest here is, hey, maybe USD is going to keep following as money pumps in from the ruble, escaping or fleeing the ruble into Bitcoin. That doesn't just impact BTC ruble. That impacts the whole Bitcoin market cap. That can push other pairs up as well. I think that's a logical conclusion. And evidence to that is, well, we were watching it. We watched it as this all unfolded, last weekend, and said, hey, here's a broadening wedge. What do we want to see? We want to see a break of our high trend here in the broadening wedge and a back test. And look, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. Super clean chart. After that pattern completed, this just began rocketing and bringing it full circle. Bringing it full circle here. There we go. That's what we got on the USD. Ooh. So is ruble front-running the dollar? I think it's safe to say, at least for the moment. Correlations are not permanent things. I think that's a big confusion spot for people. They think if something's correlated, that means it's like locked forever. That's not the case. Not the case. Another one that we were looking at, the Turkish lira, another currency facing debasement, not doing so hot. Very different chart. BTC lira, Turkish lira. Here is your high in April. Your high in October was much larger. Your high in April is about 55K, we'll call it. And your high in October, November, 85K. This is more along the lines of what I was looking for on the USD. And it's interesting to see it play out on a different chart.
The USD rub chart from 2014, when the Ukraine situation really started, is a great example of why Bitcoin being not tied to state is valuable.
All right, Rico. Only for Rico will I look at Forex. Only for Rico. Don't even bother asking. I'll even stop my lira. USD rub. USD rub. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. So you're talking about 2014. There we go. So this is what Rico is pointing at. We can see a rather explosive growth here. And again, yeah, that's pretty similar. This is definitely more up. Without a doubt, this is more up. But it's a great example. You're right, man. It's a great example of the importance of money not being tied to government. That's what crypto is all about. That's why I keep repeating this is the most bullish macroeconomic environment that's ever existed. We see a 250% gain of the dollar against the ruble from 2014. 250%. So what is that in the reverse? That means the ruble has lost. We just invert the chart, dude, this way. The ruble, no, it didn't work the way I thought it would. Womp. Means the ruble has lost 72% of its purchasing power against the dollar in a 8-year period. This is why global financial or monetary policy needs to be out of the hands of humans. It needs to be on a set inflation schedule, just like Bitcoin. Dang, and this doesn't even, the crazy part about this chart is it kind of looks like it's just warming up. Market cipher on the 3-day here is beasting. Beasting. We have a higher high in momentum. VWAP still up. Money flow still trending up. Wow. And that's on the 3-day. Look at that week. Boom, baby. Boom. Up 34% on the week. And that week is only a day and a half old. That could run away. This could run away. The cool part about currencies, I will concede, is the charts can act a little differently. Unlike, say, gold, where you'd have to make a derivative of a product to like kind of saturate the market. With currency, you just can print. There is no like resource that is finite in any way. Like gold is finite in some way, but not verifiably, certainly finite like Bitcoin. Whoa. Okay, no, that's a long email. Currency can just keep being inflated. You just keep the printers on, right? This has no theoretical cap. This can just keep going. If the US decides to fight inflation, which I think it's going to be hard to do right now, but if it did and the ruble continues on its path, this just could keep going up. Like, it can just keep going into deeper and deeper decimals, like 99%, 99.9%, 99.99%. It can just keep losing value indefinitely. It just depends really on how they're inflating in relation to each other. I guess there's a learning lesson there for the corn and for crypto. Thank you, Rico, man. You're the best. I wanted to take a look at a few other charts. Actually, let's do this first and see if anything has changed since we started. How has it changed? Waves. So the last 24 hours, we see waves up 40%. We were just looking at waves. So we're going to pull that up. Thor, or Rune, up 33.5. Near, up 27. Neo, up 15. Really, a lot of this is like these coins catching up to the market move. because you look at, say, I guess actually they have a decent gains, but they're kind of just back to where they were earlier in January. But we'll take a look. What catches my eye though is waves. We were just peaking at waves. I believe it was yesterday. If it wasn't yesterday, it was last week. We were looking for waves BTC to go to its resistance. It did. It did. 00344. Still rallying. Above it, looking for 569. Maybe a back test of it first. But here's a great example. This has been kind of a thing I've been saying, I don't know, the last like 2 weeks, is a lot of my little edges in trading. When you're like, Tom, why do you think this is going to move this way or that's going to move this way? No one else is saying that. Nothing else is really suggesting that. It's because I look at the BTC value. That can translate over to the USD, not directly, but it can translate out into the trend. And so we saw some reversal signs, or at least short-term reversal signs on waves on the BTC pair, and we said that's likely to play out in the USD pair. So how did this work? Support at $8.88 held. Price rallied directly to our resistance above at $19.50. Now it's sold off. I guess I'll say it exactly as predicted. Boom. Boom. Look at the precision. Look at the precision. Didn't even trade up to 20. Just hourly closes below. It's fallen a little bit. Doesn't really look out of trend yet, though. RSI is diverging on the lows and the highs. So we have bullish and bearish divergence on low time frames. Ooh, I wouldn't bet against this. You are at resistance. So taking a long here on waves, even though I believe it's going to go up more, a short is the smarter play. If you are a trader, you're looking for the smartest, highest probability trade. You're not looking for, I feel like this is going to keep going up. You're at resistance. It would be honestly smarter to watch it break resistance and then bleed back down to it to look for a long there. To open a long here would be very dumb. You're opening a long directly under resistance. The short is the obvious play. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, back down for like 11, 12 area. Probably look for a stop a little bit above 20. You might get stopped out, but that's the high probability play. What's up, Scott Murphy? Tezos. What is going on with Tezos? We can look at Tezos. What's going on with Tezos? I randomly see it trending on Twitter, and I have no idea why. Like, it hasn't moved. Dang, it fell out of the retracement. We were looking for like a $6.35 Tezos. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. I'm going to clean this up. So our proposed low was wrong. And so what we have to do is go back and we need to change our fib tool. It's been a while since I looked at this one. There we go. And that suggests that our previous target was a little too high. This actually looks a lot better. Golden pocket now sitting at $5.61. I think I need to look at a longer time frame. There we go. I don't love it. I don't love it. Very clear channel here. Let's do it this way. Very clear channel here. It's an ascending channel. Usually we see these break to the downside, but there is a little saving grace. So the weekly has respected this channel. We see it traded below, but closed above in the last weekly candle. In this one, it's moved back up. It's green. It's back in the channel. So we definitely could look for a move to the middle of the channel around $7. Possibly even the top of the channel at 15. But this is actually the inverse of waves, really. So you're down at support. Maybe you're off it a little bit now, but you're closer to support than you are resistance. I would say that's likely to be at our golden pocket at that $5-6 range. This is the exact opposite trade. To take a short here would be the worst probabilistic move. On waves, a long is the worst probabilistic move. On Tezos, because we're down at support, even though we say, yeah, but these channels tend to break to the downside, we'd still likely look for a long over a short. Now, we can also be intelligent traders and say, hey, maybe I don't want to take a trade. And that's usually the right move. But this is the opposite chart. Momentum's down, being held under on the weekly, though money flow's still good. This is kind of puzzling. Maybe it's the monthly we have to look at. There's something here that I'm missing. It's a series of higher highs and higher lows. Weird. Weird. What a strange chart, man. How are you feeling, Scott Murphy? How are you feeling about Tezos? What's going on with the Zos? With the Tezos? Do you know? Maybe some moving averages. You got the 50 monthly confirming support. That doesn't really help us much, but at least it's a nice little confirmation of support at 275. Looks like 20 monthly resistance above us at 381. 200 weekly. All right. Here's the play. Here's the play. Not financial advice. You might not get the entry, but it's better to miss the boat than board the Titanic. Quote, very intelligent human. We see the 200 daily, the 50 monthly, and we have a horizontal support at 275. That's the play. That's the play. Probably play it something like this. Might not fill. Though, daily might suggest it is going to fill. You got something else I want to do here. Dang. That's so close. This is a hard trade to set up. I want my stop. I want it below that 1618. But then I need to have my take profit higher. Oh, I guess to the 6.5. I like this trade. I like this trade. You get out of the trade if you set a lower low. That hasn't happened yet. Take profit of the golden pocket. 3-to-1 risk to reward. It's in the money. That's in the money. The biggest question mark is, does it fill? It might not. You already had a run at that price point twice. I don't know. Tezos is just a weird chart. It doesn't look like much else going on in this space. But I appreciate you, Mr. Scott. Looking sharp. Thank you, Neil. You're looking sharp. How does beets look? Beets are always delicious. They're full of nutrients. You can grow them in your backyard. Beets, always a thumbs up from me. Always a thumbs up. Where's our OG chart? So this is what we've been tracking the last bit. This is what we've been tracking. This blue trend line played out very well here. We zoom it on in. We can see even down to the 5-minute. This was beautiful. Price bounce support 37.9. Moved pretty much directly to this blue trend. Higher low, moved through it. Hit resistance at 42,000. Back tested the blue trend, and that is when, once it broke, look how beautiful this is. This is a beautiful story on a chart, man. Resistance, not enough sellers. Higher low, broke, back tested, hit resistance at 42,000. We have another higher low to that trend line, and look right here. The second 42,000 was broken again after back testing our blue trend. That's when we got the giant green dildo candle. People who say TA doesn't do anything, just I don't know what they're referring to. Look at that. As soon as it broke, boom. Kaboom. I dig it. So now we're cruising. 5-minute remaining positive momentum. That's looking healthy. Okay. Right at resistance though. Bomb. I don't love this. I just don't love this shape here. It's okay. Satoshin Nakamoto says epic bull trap. To be honest, you can go back. DVR is enabled. I think that the epic bull trap is still ahead of us. Still ahead. Close this. Rune, you're not really that impressive either. Rubles. Rubles on rubles. Yeah, the epic bull trap could still very much be ahead up in that liquidity zone. That's where I'll start sweating. As it is, still trending up for the moment. Break below 20 or 43, 23. Break below 23 would be crazy. 43,000. Then we'll start looking for downside. We'll look for retracement back to that support zone. But right now, price looks pretty much smack dab in the middle. What is this? 8% upside to resistance, 5% downside to support, pretty much in the middle of a nice trading channel. Not clear skies yet, as we've been saying, but clearer skies than in the last 2 months. Definitely, unarguably. 195 likes. I'm dyslexic today. 195 likes. We're halfway to 420. Upon 420, we shall blaze it. So smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Check out the Patreon. Today is the best day to sign up for patrons, the first of the month. If you're looking to invest in yourself, to get learnt. If you'd like exclusive educational content, technical analysis, trade setups, macro market insights, Patreon could be for you. Check it out. Sign up today. Don't wait. If you wait, you just get less for the month. It charges you on the first. Bring the fire. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up the chat now that I've gotten through like God knows how much. An hour of talking right on. What's up, Tom? What's up, Romes? The chart of the day, Brain Trust, up 12%. Does that make it the chart of the day? I've never heard of it. There's a lot of coins that got about 1,000 plus back to their highs. What's up, Ghost of GG? How you doing, brother? You're expecting 12, 20. Dude, I can't speak numbers today. Too many numbers. Too many numbers. Salta, what's up, man? How you doing? How much for TA? 10 bucks. Restrictions, the amount of liquidity that left the banks. I see. Now you love Bear Trap. Epic Bull Trap, you love Bear Trap. I love both the traps. Watch 4-hour price. If it drops, it'll be the biggest bull trap in history. I don't think this is the biggest bull trap in history, man. Like, you could even argue this was bigger. You could argue this was bigger. I mean, it went from lower to higher and then fell. So in history, that's a little hyperbole. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. This is what we were looking at. Continue out that ascending channel. Maybe go look to test that liquidity up top. Yeah, I think it's the most important to just keep your emotions in check. If you got caught short here, like I'm sure the majority of the market did, take a breath, relax. You're probably going to get a shot at whatever price you were looking at. I mean, I don't know why people were betting up on this. This was ugly. That was ugly. People got stuck in the bear mindset. It's time to see who can hold on, says Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, this is not the strongest 4-hour setup. These little candles here, parallel channel, that typically breaks to the downside. But we have very early confirmation of when we think we're breaking. Just look back on the 5-minute chart. You got a flat bottom. Not a very bullish pattern going on here. But if price breaks 42.8, 42.9, then you say, hey, it's retracing. It is retracing. Yes, crow. You need less risk to reward. True that. Careful with sand. What are we talking about? It's not surprising to me in the slightest that the US is trying to cut Russia off from crypto. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a hard request. Because I don't think they have any legal grounds for it. I know they don't. But I mean, that's not surprising in the slightest. you slap on like Swift ban, and then not to go after crypto exchanges would be crazy. It would just can, in theory, totally negate the whole, well, not that easily. It's not as easy as totally negate, but very much negate the impact of a Swift ban. So that's not surprising to me. In fact, it's like maybe too obvious. Solta, yeah, I'll do it for you. I'll pull up Theta. Just for you, brother. Gravity pulls you straight down. Theta never quite reached our downside target. Where did it go to? 229. We were looking for 213. Womp. Weekly momentum is pulling up. Don't really have bullish divergence on RSI. Money flow just ran negative here. But VWAP's up. This is an interesting situation. We see this a lot where money flow is positive or negative, and then finally rolls over. Here we go. Totally different picture. Totally different picture on the 2-week. Yeah, Theta definitely looks like it has some upside. But it's on a 2-week. That could take months for that to roll out. I mean, it could happen today, but it could take months. $7.75 is now our golden pocket retrace. And that's actually pretty close to these weekly resistance levels. Let's add that. You got a lot of resistance above you. Lots of resistance. I'd feel more comfortable at $2.13. I'd feel more comfortable at $2.13, but it might not come. Yeah. So close, though. Should count. Daily does look to be rolling over. It's kind of got a double bottom setup, which is a weaker form of bullish divergence. It's like kind of a double bottom setup. I'm not confident, man. You got resistance at 357. That's very close to price now. You got $5 as a psychological, always in play. And then you got these kind of big daddy resistances above you. 475, 916. It's going to be hard to break through. I think on a test of 213, I could see a play back to 470, 450. This just probably wouldn't be my choice. Probably wouldn't be my choice. It's actually pretty clean. Ooh. Look at this. Trends intersect right here. I don't know what that means. It's just spicy. Yeah. Theta just needs a higher high. It has really struggled to set any kind of higher high. So that would be what? $4.40. $4.40. I'll set an alert there. $4.40. Though you're at a spicy spot. 20 and 50 daily moving averages could be pinching here. That could be a signal for more upside, that $5 range. I just don't like the pattern of this whole thing. I haven't since back here. As soon as it failed to break this high, I was like, this is an ugly chart, man. We started looking at it as a flat-bottomed, descending high. Broke to the downside. You gotta hold 213. If it doesn't hold 213, it's gonna nuke. Well, it'll probably just capitulate. Could go back to like 50 cents. I think retracement, along with the rest of the market, is probably the more likely scenario. But thank you, Meng. There's your Theta. Greg Zilla. Matic. You guys work me like a dog. I finished one and then you want another one. I'll take a look at Matic for Greg. Clipper Flipper, what's up, my dude? I can't believe, dude, Matic skunked us so bad. It skunked us so bad. We had the freaking perfect play. We had the freaking perfect pattern. We broke the high. And then it's just no follow through. That nuked us. We had it just play by play on the way up. Son of a B. Let's look at retracements. $1.12. $1.12. Golden pocket. Daily not there yet. Let's zoom out a little. What's this week look like? Dang, the week does not look bad though, man. VWAP trending up. Momentum looks like it could be setting up for a pinch. Money flow hasn't lost a beat. Hasn't skipped a beat in this downtrend. 2 weeks a little uglier, but that could be very much remedied by the 1 week. You have bullish divergence on this recent low. There we go. That looks, there it is. That looks way better, way cleaner. 141, 144 support. We saw the weekly hold it this week, last week. Resistance above 179. What were you looking for? 350s, 350s. Yeah, still in play. Definitely still in play. Here's my only, kind of my only fear, and the cleanness and the happiness of the rest of the chart make me not so worried about this, is you do have the setup for a head and shoulders. You have the setup. You have the setup. We need to see Matic break like 180. If it breaks 180, then we probably are looking at inverse head and shoulders and a greater, more complex pattern. But if we don't see a break of 180 and we see kind of maybe next week or this week sell off, I could see this happening. That would not be great. But at the moment, that's really not the direction I would lean. I don't think I would take any trade right here. You can see we're kind of right in the middle of resistance and support. I think I would take a trade either way. Maybe if I had a scoop at 144 again, I might look to take a trade. So this pattern, this head and shoulders is in play. It's in play. Momentum now finally waning off on the weekly. I like market cipher though. Money flow has not chilled throughout all this. No chill. So we'll see how this plays out. And realistically, Greg knows that like how this plays out is likely totally dependent on what this does. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Moving back above resistance. Let's go. Oh yeah, beautiful. 5 minutes showing us some beautiful bullish trend here. Our momentum oscillator above zero. Holding above zero. That's what we want to see. We want to see that on larger time frames too. Beautiful. Let's look at our retracement on the 5. 4, 4. Something like this. Or 4, 3. For the golden pocket. I don't love kind of the scooping. Don't love the scooping, but that's okay. You know what this is actually starting to look like? There's a little pattern here. It's starting to look like this. Wish I hadn't gotten that first candle. That is what we saw into this rally. Could be playing out again. Typically, I don't like that scooping. Let's see what this looks like on a bigger. Because we do have the high. We do have... Actually, there's a lot of similarities here. Maybe it has to be even bigger to fit. There we go. Too many lines, man. Too many lines. That's actually really creepily similar. So what we're looking at is that price action back here on the 5 minute. This price action before the large rally. We looked at this earlier in the episode, but this was not beautiful. It was like sharp tops, kind of these scoops that we usually would expect to break to the downside, but it continued to break up and we had that same scooping. And the similarities that caught my eye is this flat bottom here. That's pretty much exactly what we see here. It's almost exactly what we see here, but on a bigger time frame. That flat bottom, descending highs. But then it does break up into a sharp top, which we see here. That sharp rejective top, we see it here, before forming that scoop. And that's actually crazily similar. I like that. I'm gonna leave that on. Let's fit it a little better. Nah, I liked it the first time. There we go. That'd be dope. Oh, look at where it ends, too. I like this fractal. That'd be amazing. This is just fun. This is not something to trade by. Patterns are fun, but they're cool to keep an eye on. What I like about it is it respects this high trend until, just like previously, it has a big breakout, and that breakout lands right in our liquidity zone. It's actually through the liquidity zone. To see that play out this way would be phenomenal. I'm going to save that. I'm going to rename this to March Fractal. We got a new fractal, boys. We got a new fractal. Have you guys liked the stream? Subscribed? You follow me on Twitter? Have you joined the Discord? Get some free Satoshis for being in Discord. All you have to do is join. It's free. Just click the link. Sign up for Patreon. There you go. What's up, Marty R? Pump it up. All right, I'll pump it. Go. Douglas Leg, how you doing? Amar, hi there. Sandbox. What's up with Sandbox today? What's up with Sandbox? People asking about Sandbox. Reef and Chill. Thank you for being here, my friend. Appreciate you. It's not much, but it's honest work. Double top at 45K? Why would... Like, what would... Like, why would that be, like, what you look for? Like, we hit 45. So what would be the supporting kind of like, why would 45 again down? Like a more classic move would be something like that with a lower high. The double top, double bottom, very rare. What's up, Tony John? Tony John, do you really like Dogelon Mars? Tell me what you like about Dogelon Mars, and I'll pull the chart up. Crypto Slow Joe, my brother. How you doing? About checking out that there basic attention token. John Doe Crypto. I haven't looked at BAT in a while. Is it doing anything? Kinda. Not really. Oof. Oof. I have a good amount of BAT. Although, in BTC pair... Actually, in BTC pair, this is not looking bad at all. Interesting. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? This is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a huge head and shoulders on the inverted chart in its value versus Bitcoin. That's pretty spicy. No bearish divergence. Bearish divergence here, but then you had a higher low. And then a higher high with higher high in RSI. I like this, brother. I like this spidery looking thing. There we go. This is spicy. In dollars, I don't know. In dollars, maybe not as nice. Not quite as nice in dollars, is it? Not quite. Weekly, weekly bad BTC, man. Rock and roll. Rock and or roll. I saved this chart. And now I put it into the vault of secret charts. The vault of secret charts. See you. Bring it back. This does look kind of dumpy. It does look dumpy. But I've changed my mind about rounded patterns. We do see them break kind of in the other way often. But this is very head and shouldersy on the 5. If this is going to play out as a head and shoulders on the 5, this is what we would expect. We'd expect a move back to 43.8 and then 44.3. So let's see how that plays out. See how that plays out. Something that makes me a little more bullish on it, though, is that scooping, and we saw that yesterday. It broke to the upside over and over. Luna TP, $100. There you go. 100. What's up, Anon Solaris? How you doing? VC coins can suck your twinkle. Yeah, I feel you. VCs can buy my coins. I don't want to buy theirs. Discord link not on Twitter, Ryan Hughes. That might be a good point. It is in the video description. Also, guys, if you want to help support the channel without spending a dime, my referral links are in the video description below. Don't take unnecessary risks. Play smart. But by using them, you help support the channel. Costs you nothing. And they're sites that you're probably using anyway, so. Wow, Twitter, I got a bunch of notifications. Ooh. I don't have it on Twitter. I don't really know where to put it on Twitter, though. Like, yeah, I don't really know where to put it on Twitter. It doesn't give you, like, a clean spot to kind of tuck it away. But it's in the video description below. That's right. 253 likes. Let's get to 420. Come on, that's 170 likes. We can do it. We can do it. If Bitcoin bounces right here at 43,828 and 89 cents, then you have to like the stream. That's the rules. Rules are rules. I make them up. But I don't. I do, but I don't. Ah, man. Today is the day. Today is the day. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. One minute, stretching. It's looking pretty good. Will the whales allow me to call the price live? We'll find out. We will find out. What's the chat doing? Gala. Get a sandwich. I know, I'm hungry again. I need to eat before I stream. Algo about to break out. What's the best cold storage? Honestly, my opinion is biased because I've only really used Ledger. So I like Ledger. I don't think there's anything wrong with Trezor or anything. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Waves is just gunning. These top gainers haven't changed much. Flow. Kusama. Juno. Avalanche. Shib. Really, the whole market's looking good. What's doing badly? Nothing. Nothing. Nexo is the biggest loser in the last 24 hours with not even a full % down. Market's up, baby. Market cap is back at 2 trillion. I should make a post again. Let's do it. Let's tweet. Let's tweet live. Live tweeting on location. Click. Copy. Let's LFG crypto back to 2 trill. And why does Twitter make everything look so crappy when you put pictures on it? It looks so bad. Why? I don't understand. I don't know how to do this so it looks right. And if I make it bigger? No, that looks even worse. Alright, I'll give up. I'll give up. After I try this one more time. Oh, I see why. It just looks so bad. Why? Okay. I'll save it. It just looks so silly. Looks so silly. Oh well. Another day. There we go. We're touching our support. Let's go. I think I have to do it this way. No, no, it's gone under our support. No. Just ever so slightly. I have an idea. Oh crap. And then I go on my okay. Go on my phone and then my phone app doesn't say 2 trillion. That ruins it. There we go. Bounce, baby, bounce. Bounce for me. Got it. 2 trillion is back, baby. Tweet it out, done. Oh, look at that! How strange! That candle turned green. It's almost as if patience was all it took. Just patience. Don't forget to like and subscribe for the mad TAs. Discord. Twitter. Patreon. You know the show. Likes and subscribes. Oh, now you have to like the stream. Now you have to. Those were the rules. We agreed. We shook hands. You promised. We'll see. It still might not bounce. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. You're playing with my heart. You're playing with my heart chart. What's this playlist? This is my handcrafted, hand-selected playlist. The songs are available on Pretzel Player. They're all not copyright. Non-copyright. Free to play. Already liked it. Fair enough, Mob. You're a gentleman and a scholar. If 5 minute hits 443 are joining my patron, well, today's the day to do it. Today's the day to do it if you're going to. Do I have a referral link for Ledger? I do. In the Discord. I do. It's not one that I put out there a lot. Let me see. Ledger. Here it is. Copy link. There you go. It'll bring you to the Ledger X. Honestly, you don't need the Ledger X. The Ledger S works fine. I've used many of the Ledger S. They're cheaper. But if you want an X, I have an X, I just don't use it. There you go. Links in the chat. Thank you, Colin. These are all like songs I liked. I made this list. I think there's about 200 songs on it. Hand selected out of like thousands. Took a long time. Ooh, food is here. Hold up. Foods are here's. Food is here. Food is here. Food is here. Here's what we're going to do. So you're going to follow me on Twitter, join Discord, like and subscribe. Check out the Patreon. Check out the podcast too. I'm going to put this chart up. We haven't been doing this lately, but we're going to do it today. I'm going to put this chart up live in the Discord. This is going to be the draw for you guys to jump in there. I'm going to do that right now. And I need to make a room for it. Son of a bee. Oop, nope. Voice channel? Sure. Okay. I'm going to put this chart up live so you guys can follow along. I don't want to cut you short here. I want to cut you short. We are going to share the screen. There we go. It's live. That way you guys can keep me honest. You can follow along. Good. Permissions are good. Follow along. Keep me honest. See if I'm wrong. See if I'm right. Etc. So jump in the Discord and you can call me out if I'm wrong and tell me I'm awesome if I'm right. Whatever you want to do. Chart's live. I see 2 people already popped in there. Awesome, awesome. I'm going to keep the stream up for just a few more seconds so people can get the link, get in there, etc. I'm going to go eat this delicious food that was just brought to me. You guys are the best. Bullish dreams. LFG Bitcoin.